Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler V series of V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks. Come on now. I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I definitely could use this next item, so hopefully it does what it's supposed to. But we'll get into that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck, I'm wearing grody work clothes. That means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is not the case with this particular item. Actually, I don't 100% remember when I bought this. And I've brought this up before. Like, because I do this show, I pick items up wherever I go. You know, I just find stuff and I'm like, oh, that'll be good to review later on. Thing is, you know, they end up in my fridge or they end up in my pantry or whatever. And then it's like, sometimes they're just in there for a while, you know? And like, that's when I start having to like go through stuff and I'm like, I better get to this one before it expires. That's not quite the case with this. Like, I know I haven't had it that long, but it was like, better get to you. So, what is it? Why do I need it? Well, folks, it happens to be, boom, from C4. It is their Berry POWERBOMB, naturally and artificially flavored, zero sugar, ultimate energy, performance energy drink, Super Brain. And it's also got a tie-in with the WWE. Then, Now, Forever Together. I don't care about the WWE thing. I mean, I keep loosely abridged of professional wrestling. I like certain wrestlers and stuff, and WWE occasionally houses them. Rey Mysterio is my personal favorite. I just love that dude. But okay. Main thing was, it's like, okay, I've reviewed stuff from C4 before. They're typically a fine energy drink. It's been a little while since I've reviewed anything from them. So, first of all, let's get a thing for the thing. Can we get a thing for a thing? Or is it going to be better over here? Is it just not going to cooperate? I think it's just not going to cooperate. So we're going to do that. Ha 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 ha! Sure. Let's go over there and try it out. I didn't know when the last time I had a C4 was. Sometime in 2023. Okay. That's not bad. It's nothing amazing on any level, but it's not bad at all. And especially considering that it's a zero sugar energy drink, I'll give them some credit for that. It is a fairly unremarkable, but still pleasant, basic berry energy drink. There's not a lot to grab hold of one way or another. Like, it's got kind of an overall berry kind of taste. Almost cherry-ish, which I think if it had been cherry, I would have been able to dig into a little bit more. I like cherry more than berry, but it's very there and gone. Like, the flavor is nice enough, but there's really not much to go over there and grab hold of, if I'm being honest with you. Like, typically when you have a berry energy drink, you think there's probably going to be a little bit of tartness, there's going to be something to grab you, Not with this one. Like, it almost gets to that point. There's a point where it's like, oh, okay, I get, this is where, it's going to be a little bit tartar, it's going to give you that something. And then it doesn't. Then it just dips off and goes away. Yeah, it's very okay. The berry flavor is good. I wish that it lasted longer. I wish that it made more of an impact, because I do think that it's actually a nice berry flavor, but I think when they were coming up with this one, I think they made a very conscious decision that they didn't want it to be tart or, whatever. They just kind of went over there and hit it, let it do its thing, and then it was gone. And that's fine. Like I said, it's just very unremarkable, but at the same time, it's not unpleasant. And again, to its credit, it is a zero sugar energy drink, but the zero sugar aspect is extremely minimal. Like most zero sugar energy things, even though we have gotten a lot better about it in recent years, you got that zero sugar flavor to it, and it's not the best. This one, it's there a little bit, but like it's very, very non-intrusive, and I can appreciate that. I wonder what it's actually. It's got the whole thing: supercharged energy, super brain performance, zero sugar, blah 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 blah. 300 milligrams of caffeine, by the way, which is some stuff. What are you? Caffeine. Sucralose. Yep. So it's got sucralose, is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It is inoffensive. I guess you could say that it's kind of an allegory for the modern WWE in that, although now, you've got The Rock and the whole thing, and there people are talking about, it's going to be the Attitude Era again, even though if you actually think back to the Attitude Era, it was like a lot of really not very good stuff, kind of like with some really, really good stuff kind of in between. But, and to be fair, that's like just anything in most instances. But anyway, but yeah, it's, it's kind of like the modern WWE, it tries to be a little bit more family friendly, tries to appeal to as many people as possible. It's not remarkable, but, it's not bad. Although, let's be entirely honest, and I know that if I do have any old school wrestling fans who watch this, they're gonna have a fucking fit. Let's be fucking honest, match quality, 1,000 times better than it was during the Attitude Era. Not saying there weren't some really great matches during the Attitude Era, absolutely. Absolutely, there's some fucking standouts. But 99% of it is 1,000 times better because just the level of performance that is expected from these people has gone up so much. That's why it's fucking amazing that you got Rey Mysterio over there. He's fucking got to be like in his 50s now, still fucking able to perform at that level. It's ridiculous. Like, he's genuinely a superhero. Love that guy. That all said, as to the Berry POWERBOMB energy drink, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Probably not, but sure, I guess. Like, again, there's nothing I dislike about it, but it's just so, it's very uninteresting to drink, but again, it's not unpleasant. It's perfectly fine. But I think for me personally, it's like, yeah, I'd much rather have something that's going to leave more of an impact for me. So I don't think I would get it again. Even though, again, I don't think it's bad or anything. It's just, yeah. But if I'm recommending it, like, there's something to be said for it, and I could see certain other people probably digging it. Like I said, the berry flavor is nice, just doesn't stick around long enough. Zero sugar aspect is pretty minimal. It's got 300 milligrams of caffeine, so, I mean, if that's the thing that you need, there you go. It's not a bad drink. I just don't see it as being a standout. It is a very much a lower mid-card energy drink. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Rey Mysterio-tastic rest of your life. Because say what you want. Maybe you're not that into the lucha style. Maybe the guy has had one of the most amazing careers. And the longevity is ridiculous. Ridiculous given what he's able to do. Just saying. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we're having to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to realize that you've done maybe let's say you have your own show, right? Maybe you have your own outro sequence and the whole thing. Maybe you're going to realize midway through doing your outro, you have done it so many times and it has become such a reflex that you could completely phase out while you're doing it and start thinking about Rey Mysterio matches, only to pop into it at the end because you know at this point it can no longer be reflex. I have to come up with stuff again. Because that literally was what just happened. It was just going through, asshole thing, Rey Mysterio match, boop-a-doop-a-doo. It was like, oh, wait a second, I just kind of blanked out for a second. Oh, I've done this show for so long now. Multiple years, thousands of episodes. Well, probably not thousands, but over 1,000 for sure. So, there you go. But no, and hey, if you do happen to have any, the fondness for WWE or just professional wrestling in general, I'd love to hear about it. Hit me up in the comments. Who's your favorite wrestler? Do you think Rey Mysterio sucks? You're wrong. But you can think that way if you want to be wrong on such an epic level. Do you like the current product? Are you looking forward to the return of the Attitude Era with The Rock and the whole thing? Maybe you think I'm an asshole for going over there and chopping down the Attitude Era a little bit. I stand by what I said. Bye.